Hey, Brixel! The Guild Wars 2 July update has blessed us once again with a revived, rejuvenated Living World Season 1 episode. And this time, we're finally meeting the dastardly ne'er-do-well behind the nefarious goings-on of the season so far. Plus, we'll also be doing a little bonding with our soon-to-be Dragon Watch buddies Bram and Rox, as well as Captain Logan's Simp Lord Thackeray, and of course, Queen Jenna's feet. It's Season 1, Episode 3, Clockwork Chaos. Now that I've got you all intrigued and thinking about feet, let me take a moment to talk to you about my personal Lord and Savior, the like button. It hath been proclaimed that if thou openest thy heart, accept divinity and dingest the thingest, thy name shall be praised amongst the highest champions of the Tranquiline halls. It'll also make me really happy, so whatever works for you. Shout out to our patrons, and with that, let's get ticking with Episode 3, Clockwork Chaos. So this new adventure starts out with you getting an invitation to Divinity's Reach. It's Queen Jenna's 10th Jubilee celebration, a truly glorious feat. Your new buddies Rox and Bram are there in place of your old buddy Ritlock, who declines to attend, because, you know, Logan is there. And at a certain point, simping so hard that it results in death is kinda just taboo. So yeah, things at the ceremony are totally normal, and for some reason no one is in the least bit concerned when Jenna unveils these totally not T-1000s. You know, those murder bots who are totally not murder bots that have been tasked with protecting Divinity's Reach. Yeah, nice lady that Jenna. Just a shame that she's never seen Terminator, The Matrix, Alien, Robocop, Westworld, Star Trek, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Blade Runner. Anyway, Logan decides to test out one of the new T-1000s in the hope that Jenna-chan will notice him. But wouldn't you know it, the shape-shifting murder droid shapeshifts into Ritlock himself, which I think we can all agree is a bit of a dick move, courtesy of the Countess of Dick Moves herself, Anise. However, holy shit, plot twist, the murder droids are evil. And that's when we're introduced to, boom, Bubbles. The extremely talented goddess of voice acting Tara Strong does a fantastic job with Scarlet Briar's vocal performance, and it's absolutely the highlight of the episode for me. But try this. Close your eyes and tell me you don't hear Bubbles in that episode when she goes, hardcore. Anyway, Rox tries to snipe down Harley, but it turns out Rox is kind of a shit shot, so it's up to you to hold her hand as she walks around trying to get that sweet 420 no-scope. She eventually lands the shot, Dill is all like, lol, Rox is all like, I'll get you, skank, Queen Jenna's all like, let them eat cake, and Bram is all, let's party, dudes. Oh yeah, and Lord Farron was there? So fast forward and we return to the pavilion a few days later for the closing ceremony. I don't even get a party for my birthday, and she gets a weeks-long party just for not f***ing up and holding onto hereditary power. Aren't monarchies awesome? But second plot twist, there's an uninvited guest at the closing ceremony. Scarlet's back, and she also questions the validity of a hierarchical ruling system. However, she goes about expressing her grievances in a much less passive way than I would have. Yeah, Scarlet got bombs.
That's against the Geneva Convention.
The pavilion blows up, everyone dies, game over, long live the queen. No, she puts the bombs on a timer, lets you know there are 4 of them, and then monologues a little. So you dutifully set off to destroy the unstable explosives using the most logical, safety-conscious method possible. Wanton destruction. Right. Job well done, but holy shit. Third plot twist, it turns out the baddie totally duked you. There's in fact a 5th bomb. It blows up, a bunch of civilians die, Logan's all like, no. Bram's like, I still kinda want to party, dudes. Rox is like, you know, I also want to party. And Jenna's still like, let them eat cake. So what is there to do about all the civilian murder? Well, we do what we do in every Tyrian crisis. We find an Asuran to help. And rumor has it the Asuran emissary Vorp is just the man you're looking for. He can recalibrate portals to get you into Scarlet's lair. Yeah, just roll with it. There's a strong air of don't think about it when it comes to Guild Wars 2 technology. Anyway, Vorp is super keen on helping because it turns out Scarlet once attended the Asuran colleges as like an exchange student or something. She did super well and was apparently annoyingly talented, so much so that he's vowed to get revenge on her at some point of weird Asuran pride. At least I think he's annoyed about it. I couldn't really tell since he mistook this bit of wall for me the entire conversation. And sadly, this ain't the first bug we'll be seeing. At this point, the story's ramped up, the plot has been action-packed and full of intrigue, and I'm raring to go. But this is Guild Wars 2, and we all know what that means, right? Yep, it's time to slam on the brakes and do some MacGuffin hunting. But in all fairness, it kind of feels like Ain't have been watching my previous videos, cause the quest to recalibrate the thing cause it's needed for the other thing is a relatively painless jaunt around Gandharan fields. You have to find previous portal invasion points to scan their energy levels cause of insert technobabble here. You get some nice bits of dialogue, there's some fun action, and the whole thing is kept pretty interesting. Plus you get to take down a bunch of T-1000s in the process. Remember that? Thanks, Jenna. Watch a f***ing movie. Finally, it's time to assault Bubbles' Playhouse. Overall, this was a really fun level with a strong boss fight, though my first playthrough did suffer from a serious case of what the hell is going on? Rox and Bram kept repeating lines in places other dialogue was clearly intended. Also, when going into the final boss, the red area of play didn't update to include the damn arena. So yeah, while I praised Ain't for those bouncy castle walls a few weeks back, it sure did come to bite me in the ass. A relog sorted it out, but come on, Ain't. In the end, you foil Scarlet's plan, she's mildly perturbed, Rox and Bram are now done partying, and Jen is like, okay, maybe enough cake. The Simp Lord invites you back to his place, but don't worry, he only has eyes for one pair of feet. Anise and Logan have a bit of a kerfuffle, and the episode ends with Marjorie joining the group as she lets you know about all the information her super sleuthing has uncovered. Overall, great episode. I think this has by far the best pacing of any Season 1 adventure so far. The ending also sets up the events of Episode 4, which is arguably the one OG players are most excited for. Hell, even I did the Twisted Marionette event back in the day. Though I am a bit confused, I was sure Canuck was supposed to have joined the cast of characters by now. I mean, there's only 2 episodes left and they still have to introduce both our sassy Leaf Boy and your girl Timey. It's a bit worrying, but I trust Ain't can stick the landing. So wrapping it up, the episode has a variety of achievements and rewards attached, as well as another 20-slot bag for completing the episode. Have you played Episode 1 Season 3 yet? Love it? Hate it? Why? Why not? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below and we can talk about it. As always, sub if you haven't already. We're getting really close to pumping out content on this channel, so you're definitely going to want to make sure that sub button is grayed out. A huge thank you to our patrons and supporters, and a special thank you to our Guardian tier patrons, Liam Pullis, Anthony Hodgson, and Phil DeVet. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Brixel, and y'all know this is just my opinion, right?